So, you guys, I like to talk to you about stuff and get your opinions also. We'll see what you think. Maybe I should feel upset, maybe I shouldn't. I have no idea. But I always take these moments and really look into them because I find culture and etiquette, there's a lot of things that are changing so fast. And I'm very old school about a lot of stuff and how I conduct myself. And I'm finding I'm butting up against people in other generations are telling me that's done, that's no more. We don't do that anymore. Like, so I'm learning stuff. So, anyways, it's 50 plus. I'm James Lott Jr. And normally I do this as an audio only, but occasionally I do videos for these because I also with something like this, I want to broaden the discussion more than just audio. So I thought, let me talk to you guys. And I'm trying to get the right lighting. The lighting is horrible. It's just like, ooh, that's just oh, that's bad. That's a little better. But I was just like, yeah, I should talk to you guys and get your opinions and what you think a little bit what's going on because maybe I'm crazy or maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm on the right thing. So I'm gonna tell you about a little bit about my Father's Day, and a part of it that's relevant to the story. And this is happening as I'm getting older, 50 plus, getting older, noticing things are different. And sometimes it sneaks up on you, and sometimes it's a slow thing. You gradually you see it happening. You're like, okay, what's going on? What's going on? So I have two daughters and I have five grandchildren. Two of the grandchildren are babies, so they don't count in a sense for this story. One of my daughters is doing something very important for her school, her college schooling, and let me know in advance I might not hear from her today. So we'll start with that right there. Um, Part of me, oh, I should begin. Let me tell you, I heard from none of my kids or grandkids today. That's this whole discussion starting. But I don't know if I should feel hurt because I have no father or anything myself either, which I talked about that last week. And on Father's Day, I did a blog post on it. I have no father, no father figure, somebody in my life older for me. And then all my kids and grandkids live somewhere else. And right now I'm kind of stuck here, taking care of some stuff here in my family. I can't get away. So that's where this whole thing started. So I said the two younger ones don't count their babies. Think about that. So we'll start with my one daughter, and I'm not gonna say their names or anything because I'm not gonna get them all, whatever. But one was busy doing that. So part of me goes, should I be upset? Still, like you can't do a text or a quick message. I understand I might be able to talk maybe. For what she's doing, I can understand that part. I don't want to give away her business, but I can tell that I understand that part too. But I don't know. I just feel like there could have been something. Um, but I didn't hear anything. So, but she did give me a warning. So part of me's like, okay, I have to take that in consideration, right? Okay. The other daughter, I just have not heard from. Now she is going through a lot of stuff personally right now. She is. So there, and what she's going through, I don't want to tell her business there either. What she's going through, I've been through. So on some level, so I kind of understand what she's going through, and I'm probably the last thing on her mind. I guess. So again, I'm like, should that be forgiven? Like again, not a text, a quick voice message. Is that still something that's acceptable in a situation? Either way, did not hear from her either. I'm recording this at nighttime actually. Um, Now I give her credit. Normally, I do hear from her for every holiday, birthday, grandparents' day, all the holidays. I usually get a phone call or a text. So I usually do. So I'll make this very fair. I'm gonna make this all very fair. Give you guys as much information as I can. But part of me still like, well, should you still? But I don't know. So there's that. They have three grown grandchildren, but they're young. Have not heard from any of them. Now, part of me is there's many times I've gone to see them, and when I'm in their face, it's just then I get cards. I get no cards either. I got no cards from anybody or anything. But I'll talk about that in a second too. So I was like, okay, so I know they love me. Like I don't doubt that part at all. But they're a different generation. Am I making an excuse or because I'm learning there's certain things that Gen Z and Gen Alpha are thinking differently about. And I mean, and and community and also started to change on how they express themselves. So I know whenever I call or text them, they always get back to me. If they need something, which they don't very often, if they need something, they will call me or text me also. Like they know, there. When I see them, we have the best time together. So I want to make sure I want to make sure it's all fair. I do. I want you guys to know it's all fair. Um, if I have any questions for them, they answer them. Like it's all that kind of stuff. So does it really matter on Father's Day if I don't hear from them? And I have no idea what they did for their own father. I don't know if they contacted him. They live up there near him, so I don't know if they did anything for him either. But one grandson doesn't have a father, so or another grandfather. I'm the only male he has. So that's he has nobody else he would call. But for them, the other two, I have no idea what they did to their father. Now here's what's funny. Like I can tell you this. I've heard from both the fathers, my sons-in-law. We've talked to each other and wished each other happy Father's Day, which is really funny. Both of them, we do it every year. We do it every well, me and one especially do it every year. I actually sent the boys cards out to be really kind. I have a couple of gifts for them, but I just didn't have enough time to send them out. I have my own stuff going on, but I did send cards out, and they both thank me for their cards. But they actually both contacted me and said, thank you, happy Father's Day. And they always do. And so it's kind of funny. The two guys, that made my day. We all say Father's Day to each other. But I don't hear from my girls or my grandkids. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to get depressed and upset and mad. So I'm trying, but I'm like, so is this just a changing thing? Is this like the new, they don't teach cursive anymore. No one types on typewriters. They don't read newspapers. They was saw my thing. They were like, "You're a cartographer. What does that mean?" I'm like, "Wow, I guess nowadays you don't need to make maps and read maps now anymore. It's like you just go online and there it is." And so now I'm part of this cartographer association, but it's turning more into a hobby thing than it used to be an actual job. So I'm like, yeah, it's like the life is changing when with the Zennials, the younger millennials, the Gen Zers, and who are now becoming the main adults, and the Gen Alphas that are coming up. I've been doing some posts recently on my blogs about and some of my shows about these next couple of generations, and even Gen Betas, talking about them too as they coming up. I did even do a post on Gen Gamma, which is coming up in 2040. I just think it's just things are how they consume stuff, how they view stuff, what they want. It's all changing. Like, I mean, my grandkids would ask for all this stuff they don't even ask for anymore because they don't need it anymore. It's like it's a whole new world. And so being 50 plus, being a Gen Xer who believes in cards and phone calls and remembering people if I can, that kind of stuff. What doesn't happen for me from specific, my circle, it's really interesting. I was like, I mean, I went out for Father's Day with my sister and brother-in-law, my niece, and they celebrated me and my brother-in-law, so we had a good time. Actually, it was a nice, relaxing day. We were at the beach, and so it was nice. And they had a good breakfast, and my brother-in-law, I went record store shopping. We had a great time. So I mean, I actually had a good day, a better day than some other days I've had. So I had a really good. And this weekend, I took a little bit of time off for myself. I work every single day all the time. And I'm sitting here, I got millions of things to do as I'm sitting here. But I took some time off for myself a little bit too. And I hung out with my brother. And I wasn't exactly alone. And I didn't surround depressed or anything. But when, it's 9:15 at night, I'm like, there's still 3 hours left, less than 3 hours left on this date. So I could get something tonight. I could. Still. And if I do, I will do it a minute. I will let you guys know. If I do, I will do a follow-up. If I get a call tonight, well, even if tomorrow I get a call or something, I will follow up with you guys and tell you what's going on. Much as I can, of course. But it's as I'm getting older, I think I've talked on this show about, doing hard work, how people view hard work, how that's changed, how they view content, how that changed. You put all these bells and whistles and like nobody cares. I mean, like it's like literally I'm learning so much stuff about the way things are moving. And now I know what it feels like when people before me were going through the same. I think it's just a cycle we all go through. When we start aging out, we start of the main room, so to speak. You start seeing stuff, and some of it's kind of funny, and some of it I'm like, I'm good, I'm good. But some of it's a little hurt because it's like a growth spurt. You have to like learn how to handle it and put it somewhere. I don't want to be upset and sad all the time and disappointed, but I want to know if something is like a newer thing, or are some things always in style? So when you don't do it, that is something that's hurtful. Because that's honest too. I mean, I still believe in please and thank you and ma'am and sir and all that kind of stuff. Um, and like etiquette, certain etiquettes, I do believe in that. Some things are your parents. You do things because you may not want to do them, but you do because of your parents. There's certain things I stand in, and some of it's cultural, of course. So it's very, very interesting, right? I know. So, anyways, I thought I'd bring it to you and all you other folks who are in your 50 plus, and if you have kids or grandkids or family members you just don't know how to hear from on special days, tell me how you feel about that and you think. And if you're younger, tell me if this is the new normal. It's like something just have to go. You're almost out of sight. Like I said, my grandkids, I know they love me, so I know if I showed up there tomorrow, they'd be so happy to see me. We'd get along. We would be fine. But I'm not there right now, so I'm somewhere else. Does that make a difference? I know it's crazy. I'm James Jr. 50 plus is every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. And put out episodes mostly audio. So make sure you go to your audio platform wherever you get audio podcasts. Subscribe because we're everywhere: Apple, Spotify, all that, iHeartRadio. Subscribe for sure. And then if you're not, make sure you're subscribed here at JLJ Media on YouTube. I'll talk to you next time.